Good day everyone, my name is Eugene and today my team is going to introduce you to 4 different types of species originating from 4 different phylums according to the taxonomic hierarchy. So we are currently at Taman Botany in Shah Alam and there's a huge variety of wildlife here. So let's see what we can find.
Afternoon. So presented before us today is a beautiful flower known as the Hymenocallis littoralis. So this flower, as you can see, is very common all over Malaysia. And to get more in depth onto it, its taxonomy is its kingdom belongs in the Plantae, its clade belongs in the Angiosperms, its order belongs in the Asparagales, its family is the Amarellidic Daceae, its genus is Hymenocallis, and its species is Littoralis. So, as I said before, it is the Hymenocallis littoralis as genus and species. So its habitat, it is normally native to coastal areas in tropical and subtropical regions. It thrives in sandy or loamy soils and is often found along the shores of ponds, estuaries, and coastal marshes. So the life cycle of the Hymenocallis littoralis typically involves bulbous perennial plants. They reproduce through bulbs, and their life cycle includes periods of dormancy during unfavorable conditions. The plant produces attractive white flowers with a unique shape, usually in clusters.
To elaborate further on the life cycle of a beach spider lily, as typical angiosperms, go through the same life cycle as most other angiosperms. This includes 6 stages, which are firstly germination, secondly vegetative growth, thirdly a flowering stage, fourthly a pollination stage, fifthly a seed production stage, and lastly a seed dormancy stage. As for the medicinal values, for the beach spider lily, or in this case, all spider lilies, the spider lilies are not typically known for extensive medicinal uses. Some traditional medicine practices attribute certain properties to these plants. For example, in some cultures, the bulbs or roots of certain spider lily species are believed to have diuretic or expectorant properties.
Today we're going to talk about a specific type of fungi called Sterium ostreus. Now, as we all know, we can go through the taxonomy. It all begins by the domain, which is eukaryotic. All fungi are basically animals, heterotroph. They acquire their nutrients from absorbing other organisms. Then we go down to the kingdom, which is fungi, the phylum, which is Basidomycota, and then the order, which is Agaricomycetes, and then we have the class, which is Rusulales, the family, which is Stereochaicae, the specific genus is Sterium, and then the species is known as Stereus or Ostreus. Now, if you want to identify these plants, usually people around the local here, or mostly around people around the world, they would call it by the normal false tail turkey, which is usually there is two type of, don't get confused, there is two type. There is false tail turkey, there is true tail turkey. The false tail turkey can be identified by looking below it, and you can see a very smooth kind of wrinkled surface, and also the most importantly is that you cannot really visibly see the pores. That is how you know it is a false tail turkey mushroom.
The life cycle of Sterium ostrea begins with spore germination. So the life cycle begins with the germination of spores, which are produced in specialized structures called basidia. And in mycelium formation, germinated spores develop into tree formation. Under suitable conditions, the mycelium forms a visible spore-producing structure known as a fruiting body or basidiocarp. And lastly, during the spore release, mature basidiocarps release spores into the environment, completing the life cycle as the spores are dispersed to new substrate. The habitat of Sterium ostrea includes mostly on decaying wood, especially hardwood, and its environment thrives in various forested environments, including both temperate and tropical forests. The medicinal values of Sterium ostrea includes anti-inflammatory properties, immunomodulatory effects, as well as antioxidant activity.
Hey guys, my name is DInesh and today I'm going to explain about chordata, specifically known as phylum chordata. So phylum chordata are animals and plants which include certain characteristics like vertebrate and some closely related animals which does not contain vertebrate. If you want to know an animal which classified as a phylum chordata, usually you need to check for the notochord of an animal, which is a rod-like structure in an animal which uses for the embryonic development of an animal. So, hey guys, come let's go see some animals which have inside the botanical gardens of Shalam. So, the next animal we're going to talk about is American pigeon goat. So, we're going to explain shortly about the taxonomy of the animal. The kingdom is Animalia, the phylum is Chordata, the class is Mammalia, order is Artiodactylia, subfamily Caprina, family Bovida, genus Capra and species is Capra and genus Hircus. So I'm gonna just talk some specific characteristic about this goat. So as you can see the goat now, it is actually small kind of goat, so it is suitable to become a pet at a house. And for this, if you want to know the special characteristic of this goat, it can actually live as a pet as well because it can adapt to all types of the weathers, you know. And the life expectancy of this goat is 8 to 18 years, so it should be very good to become a home pet. So that's all. So guys, the first animal we're gonna talk about is this one, which is known as Pentagonium mara. The species is obviously Mammalia. So first of all, we're gonna talk about its taxonomy, which the kingdom is Animalia, phylum is obviously Chordata, class of Mammalia and order of Rodentia, family Cavida, genus Dolichotis and the species is Dolichotis pentagonium. So I'm gonna talk about some special features this animal got, which is it can run up to 60 kilometers per hour, you know, really fast. And actually I can pet this animal. Let's see you can pet it. Oh, see, I can pet this animal. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about where it comes from. It's from Patagonia, obviously. So it can grow up to 60 to 75 kilometers or 9 to 16 kg. So it's a herbivore. As you can see, it's eating over there. It's eating grass. You can see it's eating grass. And the life expectancy of this deer is 5 to 7 years old. So let's go to another animal.
Hello, my name is Aqil, and today we will be talking about a fern that is called the Goniophabium verrucosum. This is the species from verrucosum, and it is a kingdom of Plantae, the division of Pteridophyta, and the class of Pteridopsida, and the order of Polypodiales. This is from the family of Polypodiaceae and the genus of Goniophabium. The habitats where you can find this fern is particularly from Asia, there is Malaysia and Indonesia. It usually indigenous to tropical and subtropical regions. It flourishes in moist environment, often found in rainforests and humera. Thrives off the trunk or branches of the tree, known for epiphytic growth. The life cycle of this fern has 6 of it, which is the spore. The first cycle is the spore germination, initiated through spores released by mature fronds. And the second stage is the gametophyte stage. Spores develop into gametophytes, a small and often inconspicuous stage in the fern life cycle. The third stage is the fern prothallus formation. Gametophytes produce male and female structures leading to fern prothalli. And the third cycle is the fertilization. It occurs when sperm from male structures swim to the eggs in female structures. And the fourth stage is the sporophyte development. Fertilization results in the development of the sporophyte, which grows into the mature fern plants. And the sixth stage is the mature fern. Goniophabium verrucosum reaches full maturity with fronds that produce and release spores, completing the cycle.
As for the known medicinal values of Goniophleboium verrucosum, there are no known current medicinal values for this species of Bryophyta, and in general they are not widely recognized for their medicinal properties.
In the
Antioxidant.
complex web of life on Earth, the organism, chordata, fungi, angiosperm, and anthropod represent the diverse branches in the tree of life. Their shared eukaryotic nature, multicellularity, metabolic processes, and the genetic characteristic underscore the unity of living organism. Yet their unique features set them apart, emphasizing the incredible biodiversity that has evolved over millions of years.
The majestic chordates, with their notochords to the intricately structured angiosperms relying on flowers for reproduction, and the fungi playing a vital role in nutrient cycling through external digestion, to the unique reproduction methods of the Bryophyta, each group has carved its niche into the web of life. Understanding the importance of these organisms is not merely an academic pursuit, but a crucial aspect of our interconnected existence. Chordates contribute to the complexity of ecosystems. So as Bryophyta, angiosperms sustain life through oxygen production and food sources. Fungi play vital roles in decomposition and nutrient recycling. As caretakers of the planet, it is imperative that we recognize the significance of these organisms in maintaining ecological harmony. This documentary serves as a reminder of the rich biodiversity that surrounds us, urging us to appreciate, respect, and preserve the delicate balance of life that these organisms contribute to, a balance upon which our own survival depends.